Thanks for stopping by. You can see them in a calendar snack reporting dashboard. The person here that created these events is called footballschedules@outlook.com. As you can see, I roll my mouse around. As I make the screen a little bit bigger, you'll notice off to the right of the demo here, we have two email boxes here with Google. One is Mandy, one is Zach. I'm going to send calendar invites to these two as part of the demo. So let's get going. What I'm going to use is our industrial strength API, in which we've built that has the ability to call out the UIDs themselves for the particular calendar invites stored in AWS and actually send big batch runs to email addresses. So think of in the millions using something like AWS Pinpoint. Now for today's demo, obviously I'm not going to send millions. I only have about 4 minutes with you. I'm just going to send to 11 in a batch. So if you look at the surface of the NFL, there were 309 events entered into the calendar snack system. If you have more curiosity around how we do that, you can go get a calendar snack and look at that part. Now, there's 309 events for the year. There's 203 left. And as you can see, as I move this around, the data in the S3 buckets moves around accordingly. And what I'm looking for in particular in this picker here, I'm going here to the 9/29 date, and it's showing that there are 12 games for today. So what I'm going to do for today, though, is in particular show you the VIP list manager, we call it, for batch runs. And it's strictly for batch runs in a demo capacity. If you want to know more about this, I can send you a key, and you can send up to 10,000 to sample and test. Anything over that, we'll be using the AWS Pinpoint system for that manages tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of email addresses. So as I load up the data here, you'll see that if I show you the list, there's 11 there, as I stated. I'm going to hide that list, and I'm going to go down to the Cleveland Browns, and you can see that it's 9/29 at 2:25. So the Browns are at the Raiders. And you can see in the upper right-hand corner, it's Sunday the 29th. So done with the 11 a.m. games, and we're here into the afternoon. So as I scroll down, I'm going to go to here and type in yes, and that sends the bulk confirm to send out this calendar invite to the 11 I have loaded in this list for the demo. And you'll see that indicated right here. So I'm just going to click yes, send the VIP invites, and you can see in the demo system we're batching those and sending those, and they're being sent to this system here, which very quickly is how we store and retrieve the calendar invite itself. This is part of intellectual property, and what that API is talking to is a single event API, and it's gathering the calendar invite information out of the Dynamo database itself, the DBE database, and that is multi-part API in which we've put together here that basically constructs this whole thing. You don't need to know how it works, but specifically it's calling out to this API here to go summon this particular UID and send out the calendar invite. So as I buy a little time to make sure the calendar invites are processed, you'll see here the first one up the bat is Mandy. Mandy, Cleveland Browns. As I spoke about Raiders, she's going to say yes to this game. As I go back, Zach should have received one. There's his. He's going to say yes as well. Now, that data now is being collected in what's called a calendar receipt. And this data now can ping pong back and forth. If Zach or Mandy or anybody in your calendar receipt system changes the calendar invite response, we actually maintain a connection to the calendar client, and we gather that data in S3. So let's take a peek at how this all works. We'll go back up to under view reports or get reports, back up to, I'm looking at 309, 203, upcoming. I'm drilling into the database, and in particular, we're looking for the Browns games. So we'll type in BR. There they are there, the Browns. You'll see that 11 invites were sent. There's 2 total, 2 accepted. That was Zach and Mandy. How would you know that? We're going to click the Get Invited Report. The Get Invited Report is going to go back to the organizer, which was this person here, which is footballschedules@outlook.com. When I click that, it's a preview report of Zach and Mandy right here. So you can see Zach accepted, and Mandy accepted. Now, the data is live, and as I ping pong back and forth, I'm going to go back to both of these here. Both of them are going to say maybe, and that was for Zach, and we'll go back to Mandy, and Mandy will say maybe. And so what's going to happen is the data set will change here live in the panel. And I think that's all I'm going to show you for today, but you'll see that these two here now change to tentative. And that'll be the end of the demo. Keep it short. Thanks for stopping by.